everyone, this is V with Real Journal Talk, and so today is going to be my paycheck to paycheck video for May the 31st through June the 14th, and also I am going to allocate my cash envelopes in this video as well. So if you are interested in watching, please continue to watch. So you guys, first, let me start off by saying welcoming back to all my returning subscribers, all of my new subscribers, and if you are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I do use this Erin Condren monthly deluxe planner to keep a track of all my budgeting needs for right now, and so we are going to go ahead and dive into this last check for May. And some people may use this last check, it depends on if they got paid this Friday or what have you, to look at it as a June's paycheck, but I just look at it as a third check that was in May since it was on a Friday. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set that up to be for the last paycheck in May. So I should have had this already decorated, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. I'm gonna just speed through this part really fast, and then we'll come back. Let me see how I set this up. Okay, I just really put down a couple of stickers right here. But so we're gonna start off with the oh goodness. We're gonna start off with the income for this paycheck, and I don't actually need to set up the actual because I'm a little behind schedule with doing this particular video. So the money has already been deposited and bills are in the process of being paid. So I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and are enjoying your weekend. So for those who are new, I keep a track of everything in the Budget app just because it helps me to know what is coming in and what is going out. So the income, hold on y'all, let me see, it's frozen up. Okay, there we go. So the income for this pay period is $1,754.20, and it looks like, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Okay, and it looks like, so we are looking at the expenses. Did I write expenses? I just started labeling. I did. Expenses. We are looking at the credit union. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do actual. I normally do budgeted, but like I said, since I am doing this late, I already know what the amount is. And this $105, that is standard because that is not changing. And that's automatically deducted. And then the project fund, that's automatically deducted, and that is $100. And we have my landline, which I budget $19.84. Please excuse the dryer in the background if you hear it. I have drawn some clothes this morning. And then we have my cell phone, which is $35. Then we have the cable, which is $105. And light bill 1. The actual bill was like, I'm gonna say $332. it wasn't what I budgeted for the monthly budget, but that's okay. And let me see, I'm gonna include Hulu because these bills right here, I'm gonna put like this one, this one, this one, and this one. They actually, that's for like the June payments. And since the second check for June, well, the actual first check, if you look at it for June, is June the 14th. So these are due around the 1st, so they'll come out this last check. So that's why I put the red asterisk by those. So then we look at my cash envelopes that I would actually use for this pay period, and these usually are the same. We have groceries at $120, gas, and that is $50. Personal, which is $25. Family fun takeout is $35. Household, which is like my household items, that is $10. And then the movie fun is $5. Okay, so let's see. Okay, and then because it is I'm going to include a gift right here. It's normally not in my budget, but it's graduation, so that is $300. And so what I'm going to do now is total up all of my fixed expenses, variable expenses as well, and see what we come up with. So let's see. We have the 105, 100, 1984, 35, plus 105, plus 332, plus $6.40, plus 120, plus 50, plus 25, plus 35, plus 10, plus 5, plus 300. That gives me $1248.24. So let's look at total expenses. We have $1,248.24 and a projected balance. We're looking at, we're going to take that amount and deduct it by this income of $1,754.20. Oh, something's wrong because it wasn't that amount, I don't think. It's showing $505.96. Did I leave something out? Because I feel like I did. Maybe because, no? Okay, so that's what it's showing. I don't think that's the 505. It should have been 4 something, but maybe because when I first budgeted the light bill, I did it higher than what I anticipated. So it shows that for this pay period, I am in the green. And so my goal is, so what I decided to do going forward from this paycheck and every other paycheck now, because I haven't been doing that. If you've been following me since I started this channel last year, I have not been doing my self-care amount. I've just been focusing on making sure my budget is tight. I make sure everything is paid, everything is being paid off. So I seem to have been neglecting that part of my budget. And as you know, when you're doing, it can become overwhelming for you to make sure that you pay off everything in a timely manner and just try to get out of debt. That's just stressful alone. So what I decided to do is start making my self-care my top priority for any amount that I have left over out of my budget. That amount for this paycheck, I don't know what I'm going to do because I already started spending some things on myself. So once I do an update, I'll do an update on this probably next week sometime, because I have to buy some things for myself, and then I'll take that amount and deduct it from there. And then the second one is going to be, of course, if it's anything, it'll be a bag that I keep to put something in there. It's not always a lot, but just something to go in there. And then my snowball debt. And we all know that I am trying to have my loan paid out by July, and it will be, but I could have used the majority of whatever this is towards that, but I want to take care of self first and then take the bulk of what's left and do it toward the snowball debt. So I really don't know what these numbers are, but I will do an update once I have taken care of self first. So that is the budget set up for this last paycheck in May, even though the majority of the bills tracked over for June, like these ones that I talked about a few minutes ago. So now I need to just go ahead and allocate the envelopes. So I started using the Bella Taylor wallet for the cash envelopes, just because I was using this for my sinking funds, but I decided to go ahead and just use it for my cash envelopes now, since the sinking funds are put on the back burner because I really didn't need it right now to continue to do. So I'm using this. So we all know that what my categories are, but if you're new, and I just went over the categories of the groceries, the gas, personal, family, household, and movies. So let me take my ID out of here, because I usually throw this away once I'm done. I always go through the teller, and I always just ask for the certain denominations, and I got what denominations I wanted so it could total out the $245 for the amount. And oh, they're already in order. So I have my 5s, my 10s, and my 20s right here. So you guys can see that. So let's just count it. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and that's my 245. And so I already labeled these. So as you guys can see, there's nothing in the gas, there's nothing remaining in the groceries. Well, there would never be anything remaining in the groceries. Entertainment, sometimes I may have the $5 left over, but no, there's nothing. And the household will never be remaining, and in the family never will have anything remaining, just because I use it. But let's go ahead and get the stuffing. This is the best part of this video that I love doing, and I know you guys like watching it as well. So the groceries is $120, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. That's my 120. And I am going to put that in the groceries label tab slot. Then we have gas at 50. And I always do 2 20s and 2 5s. So that's 20, 40, 45, 50. and put that in the gas slot. You guys see that? And then we have personal 25. So we're doing 10, 20, and a 5. And I'm not going to put this in here because it stays with me in my wallet, because I take this with me to work. If I want some like snacks or like, you know, something to eat while I'm at work or what have you, this is what this $25 is for. And this is the main reason why I incorporate the self-care in this budget, because this is not self-care. This is basically just indulging myself on something to eat while I'm at work. It's not taking care of the things that I need to take care of to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do for happiness and self. So this is going to be in my wallet. So then we have the family, which is the $35. And like I said, that's basically on the weekends when we want to just grab something outside of cooking, something to eat or snack on or what have you. That's just this. And that's 10, 20, 30, and 5. And that's 35. And I'll put that in here under, because I didn't make a slot for family. I just left it as inner. No, I didn't use the F10. I did it as restaurants because it's basically what this $35 is doing. So I put that there. And then the last one is, the last two is household, which is 10, and that's like my detergents, my soaps, and whatnot like that. That's 10. And I usually just do a $10 bill, but I think I did it backwards for the personal, but that's fine. So if matter of fact, let me change that right here. So the personal, the 10 that I put with my personal, I'm going to put the 2 5s with that. And because I always like to just use a $10 bill for the household. So that's 10 going there. And household slot is here. And I'll just stick that there. And then the movies is like when we want to rent something from Redbox or our local video store, something like that. That's why this amount is not a lot, because we have other stuff on TV like our Netflix and all this other stuff. You can look at movies, but this is just something traditional that we like to do, so I just keep that in the budget. And that's $5. So I will put that under the entertainment slot. And that is that. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider giving me a big thumbs up. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider clicking the red subscribe button and joining this small family channel. Until then, you guys, I'll catch you on my next video. Have a great weekend. Bye.